What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new segment of Sip and Skin. I got all my stuff out. I got my sip ready. I love this cup. I got this cup for Christmas from one of my favorite students. I love him so much. He's so stinking cute. But y'all, I'm tired, and that is why I'm drinking coffee today. It has been like a really trying couple of days. I had some work drama and had we had this really good staff meeting, and although it was a really good meeting, it was very overwhelming. So that kind of kind of threw it a little bit, but you know, it ended up being all good, and I am extremely glad to have the weekend. So my goal today is literally to finish everything that I need to get done today so that I can really like rest and relax tomorrow. So fingers crossed, wish me well, okay? So let's get our random word generator up and see what we get today. Hopefully it's not anything too crazy. I feel like I always end up clicking it too many times. So let's see if I can figure it out today. Hold on, let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. No. Anyway, the word is replace. Replace. Man, I'm trying to think of a story in my life that would mean something significant. Replace. Dang, that's hard. Okay, I guess I can relate it to my life because I'm not really a person that does that. As far as like, man, how to replace? That's hard, you guys. So let's see. As far as my friendships, I don't think that's really something that I do. I know that's like a thing now. People are like, if you're out of my life, if we're not friends anymore, please no, I'll move on to the next, yada, yada, yada. But I think something that's so important to remember is that when you have something in your life that you do kind of have to move past or grow through, it's more about the growth and less about the end of the relationship. I am fortunate where my friendships that I feel like are the most significant friendships I have in my life are friendships that have literally lasted forever. Like my best friend, Shanika, I can talk to her, it doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter what we have going on. Every time we pick up the phone to talk to each other or see each other in person, it's like no time has passed. And that's something that I really have always appreciated about her, because she is so understanding, she's readily available, and you know, I would hope she thinks the same of me, that I would be there for her no matter what. And I feel like our friendship has proved the test of time. We always talk about how we're gonna grow old together and retire, and we're gonna move our husbands into a nursing home, but we're gonna have a house with like a nurse or whatever, and it'll be like close to the nursing home so we can go visit. But we were never roommates. We never got to have that opportunity. So that's what we said we're gonna do when we get old. We'll be old roommates. I know that is so random, but that's just, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I talk about with her. But that's a friendship that I feel like I could never replace, because she makes me laugh, she makes me cry, she makes me think, she pushes me, she believes in me, and I the same of her. She is an awesome mom. She's still so smart, and she pushes herself. Like, you guys have no idea. She has such a drive, and that is a friendship that I will always like cling to and honor, because you know, it's rare, it's hard to find. So I think that's something that you don't use like as a substitute. Like if you're looking for something, if you're looking for a specific type of relationship, I feel like you owe it to the person that you're requiring it of to communicate that. Down to friendships. People always relate it to relationships, but I feel like it's more important to kind of have that conversation with your friends, because what if that person is not the person that knows how to do those things. Like, if you're wanting someone that's able to be readily available whenever, but that's not a friendship that they're used to or have ever had, then that conversation kind of has to happen. And I'm rewatching Grownish right now, and I feel like it's something that people miss sometimes, that lesson, how to understand who you are as a person, and how to understand how that your personality, your choices kind of fit into someone else's life. Like, you're not molding your life in order to have that friendship, but you know, there should be an understanding there where both parties feel like they're getting something out of the friendship. I feel like it's super important to have, and it's necessary. It's, you know, it's so needed now because people are in an age where everything is so out in the open with social media that it's almost too surface. And that's coming from somebody that doesn't like to share personal information with anybody. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have been in a conversation with someone that I don't feel like I'm close to, and I have no problem stopping the conversation if I feel like it's getting too personal. Because I'm like, I don't have that bond with you. I don't have that relationship with you. Now, I'll let them talk to me, and I'll be an ear for them. But I have been burned in the past. And so it makes it really, really hard for me to trust others. Not to a point where I feel like I can't trust anybody, but to a point where I feel like that person has to be vetted, like, repeatedly. And then again, and then one more time to make sure that I wasn't feeling emotional during the decision. And then maybe once more, because if I say something odd and they don't react the way I want them to react, then I might be like, maybe I was wrong about them. And then the investigation starts all over again. So I told you guys, like, it is super hard for me to develop friendships. So replacing people is not something that I do in my life on a whim. I feel like if a relationship expires, it's expiring because it's supposed to, because either there's no growth, the bond has gone, or that relationship has lasted as long as it was supposed to. Every relationship in your life is not one that's going to be long-standing, but that doesn't mean that it's not necessary or that you don't need it. So I think it's just really important to know the difference and to not be so quick to cancel. I know that people hate to say, oh, we're doing the cancel culture. That's too much. It's too far. I don't necessarily totally agree with it, but I don't necessarily think that there's anything wrong with it. Because I do think that you should know what's healthy and unhealthy to have in your life. And if you feel like the situation, the person, the thing that's going on in your life is hindering you from developing in a healthy way, cancel away. Everybody is so concerned about hurting each other's feelings and, you know, getting the upper hand, having the funniest meme, having the funniest post, having the funniest tweet, being the person to call out the end of a relationship first, that they forget what it's like to be on the other side, number one, and what happens when all the dust settles. When people stop caring, people stop responding to your posts, people stop retweeting, what are you going to do then? You know, you've given up on something that could have potentially been great, or something that you could have learned from. So it can't always be the other person. Sometimes it's you. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. You know, I think that everyone needs to make sure to just, it's the old saying of treat everyone how you want to be treated. It really is true. If you want to have the opportunity to you know, not be replaced or, you know, canceled or, you know, given up on. I think it's important to remember that, you know, not necessarily do it to other people, because again, there's a healthy way to do it, but just to make sure that you are doing your part, you are making sure that all things are being taken into consideration before you make a decision that readily impacts your life, and ultimately protecting your peace. You know, that is the reality of where we are now, is that, you know, you have to look out for yourself, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other people looking out for you. So just always be sure to, you know, be active in your healing, be active in the choices that you make, and not just accepting what you receive without making sure it's something that, you know, contributes in a positive way to your life. So that is going to do it for the day. I am going to finish this coffee because I am still sleepy. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that bell so you're notified when I post again. And don't forget to subscribe, because your girl is out here grinding, okay? And I'm grinding to build my community, because you guys are my community and you're special to me. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you on Monday for another